Animals that survive extreme environments seek documentary scripts. 1. Arctic fox, survivor of the frozen north. In the frozen wilderness of the Arctic tundra life, one of the toughest small predators on Earth, the Arctic fox. Temperature in its habitat can drop below -50 degrees Celsius, and powerful winds sweep across the landscape. Yet the Arctic fox has evolved remarkable adaptations that allow it to survive where few animals can. One of the most important adaptations of the Arctic fox is its thick fur. During winter, its coat becomes dense and white, providing both insulation and camouflage in the snowy environment. The fur even covers the bottom of its paw, protecting them from freezing ice and snow. In summer, the Arctic fox changed its coat color. The fur became brown or gray, allowing the animal to blend into the rocky tundra once the snow melts. This seasonal camouflage helps the fox avoid predators while also making it easier to approach prey. Food in the Arctic can be scarce, especially during winter. Arctic fox hunt small animals such as lemmings, birds, and fish. When food is abundant, they store extra prey beneath rocks or snow to eat later. Another remarkable survival strategy is their ability to follow polar bear. After a polar bear finishes eating a seal, the Arctic fox may approach to feed on the leftover scrap. Arctic fox also build complex dens with many entries. These dens protect them from harsh weather and predators while raising the young. Despite harsh environment, the Arctic fox has thrived into the far north for thousands of years. Its resilience demonstrates how life adapts to extreme cold and isolation. 2. Camel, the master of the desert. The desert is one of the most challenging environments on Earth. With scorching daytime temperature and very little water, survival is extremely difficult. Yet camels had evolved extraordinary adaptations that allow them to thrive in these hard conditions. Camels are often called the chefs of the desert because they can travel long distance across sand dunes carrying heavy loads. One of their most famous features is the hump on the back. Contrary to popular belief, the hump does not store water. Instead, it stores fat. This fat can be converted into energy and water when food is scarce. Camel can also drink enormous amount of water in one short time. A 30 camel can consume over 100 liters of water in just a few minutes. Their bodies especially adapt to tolerate dehydration that could be fatal for most other animals. Their long eyelash and closable nostrils help to protect them from blowing sand during desert storms. Cichlids allow them to eat top desert plants, including thorny shrubs that most animals avoid. Why? Paddle feet help camels walk across soft sand without sinking. Thanks to this remarkable adaptation, camels have been essential companions for human civilization living in the desert for thousands of years. 3. Tardigrade, the nearly indestructible creature. Among the smallest animals on Earth live one of the most resilient, the tardigrade, often called the water bear, measures less than a millimeter long. Despite its tiny size, it possesses extraordinary survival abilities. Tardigrades live in moss, soil, ocean, and even extreme environments such as polar ice and volcanic regions. When conditions become too harsh, tardigrades enter a state known as the cryptoposis. In this state, they lose nearly all the water in their bodies and shrink into a dry form-colored tone. While in this suspended state, tardigrade can survive extreme temperature, radiation, pressure, and even vacuum of space. Scientists have revived tardigrade after years of dormancy simply by adding water. This remarkable ability makes tardigrade one of the toughest organisms known to science. Researchers study them to understand how cells survive extreme stress, which may one day have improved medical technology and space exploration. 4. Emperor penguin live in Antarctica. Antarctica is the coldest continent on Earth, yet it is home to one of the most remarkable birds, the emperor penguin. Emperor penguins endure freezing temperature, powerful winds, and months of darkness during Antarctic winter. Unlike most animals, emperor penguins breed during the hottest time of the year. After laying a single egg, the female returns to the ocean to feed while the male stays behind to protect the egg. The male balances the egg on the top of his feet and covers it with a fold of warm skin called a brood pouch. For more than 2 months, he survived without eating while protecting the egg from the cold. To conserve heat, penguins gather together in tight groups called huddles. By sharing body warmth, they can survive temperature that would otherwise be deadly. When the chick hatch, both parents work together to feed and raise them. The emperor penguin's life cycle is a remarkable example of cooperation and endurance in one of the hottest climates on Earth. 5. Pompeii worm living near the underwater volcano. Deep beneath ocean's surface, near the hydrothermal vent on the seafloor, live one of the most heat-tolerant animals ever discovered, the Pompeii worm. These worms inhabit areas where superheated water flow from cracks in the earth crust. Temperature near these vents can exceed 80 degrees Celsius. Pompeii worms survive thanks to a unique relationship with bacteria that glow on her back. These bacteria form a protective layer that help insulate the worm from extreme heat. The worm positions its tail near the hot vent, like keeping its head in cooler water. It allows it to balance between the two temperatures. The bacteria may also help to detoxify harmful chemicals released by the vent. This extraordinary partnership allowed the Pompeii worm to thrive in an environment that would quickly kill most other animals. 6. Sahara silver ant, the fattest ant in the desert. The Sahara Desert is one of the hottest places on Earth. Surface temperature can exceed 60 degrees Celsius, yet even here, light and have found a way to survive. The Sahara silver ant is one of the few animals active during the hottest part of the day. Its body is covered with tiny reflective hair that give it a silvery appearance. These hairs reflect sunlight and help reduce body temperature. The ants move extremely quickly across the sand to avoid overheating. In fact, they are among the fattest ants in the world relative to their body size. They leave their nests only briefly to search for dead insects that have succumbed to the desert heat. Within minutes, they must return underground before the extreme temperature becomes fatal. The Sahara silver ant show how even small creatures can develop remarkable strategy to survive in one of the harshest environments on the planet. Creature of the deep sea floor seek documentary scripts. 1. Dumbo octopus, the gentle drifter of the abyss. Far below the surface of the ocean lies a world the sunlight never reaches. In this dark and cold environment live one of the most unusual octopus on Earth, the Dumbo octopus. Named after the famous flying elephant from the Disney film, the Dumbo octopus has 2 ear-like fins on the side of its head. These fins resemble large earth of Dumbo and have the animal glide gracefully through the deep sea. Unlike many other octopus species, Dumbo octopus live extremely deep in the ocean. They are commonly found at the depth of 3,000 to 4,000 meters. They are close to the ocean floor. At this depth, the pressure is 100 times stronger than the surface, and temperatures are near freezing. The Dumbo octopus moves slowly above the sea, using this fins to prop itself through water. Its eight arms are connected by a web of skin that form a short umbrella-like shape. This allows it to gently drift while searching for food. Food in the deep sea is scarce, so Dumbo octopus must take advantage of every opportunity to feed. It primarily eats small crustaceans, worms, and other tiny animals that live on or just above the ocean floor. Unlike many octopus that curse prey with powerful breath, Dumbo octopus often swallow their prey whole. The sharp body and slow movement help them conserve energy in an environment where resources are limited. Another remarkable feature of Dumbo octopus is their reproductive strategy. Females carry eggs in different states of development. This allows them to lay eggs whenever conditions are favorable rather than during a single breeding season. Because they live so deep in the ocean, Dumbo octopus are rarely seen by humans. Most observations come from deep-sea exploration vehicles operated by Sunstead. This mysterious animal reminds us that even in the darkest part of the ocean, life continues to thrive in unexpected ways. 2. Giant isopod. The deep sea scavenger. The giant isopod is one of the strangest creatures found on the deep sea ocean floor. At first glance, it looks like an enormous pale bug or wood louse, animal commonly seen in gardens. However, giant isopods can grow up to 50 cm long. These creatures belong to a group of crustaceans related to shrimp and crab. They inhabit deep ocean environment between 500 and 2,000 meters below the surface. Life at this depth is challenging, food is rare, and animals must survive long periods without eating. Giant isopods have adapted by becoming efficient scavengers. They feed on dead animals and that sink to the ocean floor. When a whale or large fish dies, its body eventually falls to the sea. Giant isopods gather around these carcasses and consume the remains. Because the food may be unavailable for months, giant isopods have a slow metabolism. Some individuals in captivity have survived for years without eating. The bodies are protected by hard segment armor. When threatened, giant isopods can curve into a tight ball, just like their small land relatives. The large compound eyes are adapted to detect faint light in the deep sea, even though sunlight does not reach this depth. Faint polymized glow from their other organisms can sometimes be detected. Scientists believe giant isopods are examples of deep-sea gigantism, a phenomenon where animals living in deep ocean environments grow larger than their shallow water relatives. The giant isopod demonstrate how creatures in the deep ocean evolve unique strategy to survive in a world of darkness and scarcity. 3. Sea cucumber, the ocean floor recycler. Sea cucumbers are strange-looking animals that resemble short, elongated vegetables resting on the sea. Despite the simple appearance, they have played a crucial role in maintaining healthy ocean ecosystems. Sea cucumbers belong to a group of animals called echinoderms, which also includes starfish and sea urchins. They are found across the world oceans, from shallow reefs to deepest ocean channels. Most sea cucumbers spend their life slowly crawling across the ocean floor. The main activity is feeding on sediment. As they move, sea cucumbers swallow sand and mud from seep. Inside the body, they extract tiny organic particles, bacteria, and decaying material that serve as food. After processing the sediment, they release clean sand back into the environment. This process is similar to how earthworms improve soil on land. Because of this behavior, sea cucumbers are sometimes called recyclers of the ocean floor. By constantly processing sediment, they help maintain healthy marine ecosystem. Some sea cucumbers possess unusual defense mechanism. When threatened, certain species can eject sticky thread on even part of their internal organs to confuse predators. Remarkably, this organ can regenerate later, although they move slowly and appear defenseless. Sea cucumbers are incredibly successful animals that have thrived for hundreds of millions of years. 4. Tripod fish. The still hunter. On the dark plains of the deep sea floor live a fish with an unusual hunting strategy, the tripod fish. This fish gets its name from three extremely long fin rays that extend downward like legs of a tripod. Two rays come from the pelvic fin and one extends from the tail. These long rays allow the fish to stand upright on the sea while facing the current. Instead of actively chasing prey, the tripod fish waits patiently. It holds its body above the seafloor while water current carries more crustacean and plankton toward it. When they drift close, the fish quickly captures it with its mouth. Tripod fish have very small eyes because sunlight never reaches the depth where they live. Instead of relying on the vision, they depend on sensitive touch receptors along the body. These sensors help detect tiny movement in the water. The tripod fish demonstrate how animals in the deep sea often adopt energy efficient lifestyle. In a world where food is scarce, patience can be the best survival strategy. 5. The Barreleye fish, the transparent head. The Barreleye fish is one of the most bizarre-looking fish ever recorded. Its head is completely transparent, revealing internal structure that can be seen through skin. Inside this transparent dome are two bright green tubular eyes. These eyes are extremely sensitive to light and help the fish detect faint glow produced by bioluminescent organisms. For many years, scientists believed the fish could only look upward. However, later observations revealed that its eye can rotate forwards and well. This allows barreleye fish to track prey both above and in front of its body. The fish lie at a depth of about 600 to 800 meters in this dim environment. Many animals produce their own light through bioluminescence. The barreleye fish often hunt small drifting organisms, such as jellyfish. Its special light eye allows it to detect faint silhouettes against the dim light above. The transparent head protects the eye while still allowing light to pass through. These string adaptations show how evolution can produce remarkable solutions to the challenge of light in darkness. 6. The deep sea anglerfish, the predator with a living lantern. Among the most famous deep-sea predators is the anglerfish. This creature is known for glowing lure and extends from its head like a fishing rod. At the end of this lure is a small organ filled with bioluminescent bacteria. These bacteria produce light that glow in the dark depth of the ocean. Small fish and crustaceans are attracted to the light. When they approach, the anglerfish suddenly opens its enormous mouth and swallows them. Anglerfish are perfectly adapted to the deep sea. Their bodies are soft and flexible, allowing them to survive under immense pressure. They also possess one of the most unusual reproductive systems in the animal kingdom. In some species, tiny males attach permanently to the much larger female. Over time, the male first, the female bodies become a permanent source of sperm. This parental strategy ensures that the female always has mate available in the vast emptiness of the deep ocean. The anglerfish is a powerful reminder that life in the deep sea can be both strange and extraordinary. Animal with extraordinary reproduction and parenting strategy seek documentary scripts. 1. Seahorse, the male that become pregnant. In the shallow coastal waters of the world ocean's life, a small fish with one of the most unusual reproductive systems in the animal kingdom. The seahorse. Unlike most animals, where female carry developing offspring, seahorse reverse the role. In this remarkable fish, the male becomes pregnant. Seahorse belong to the family Cichlids, but also includes pipefish and sea dragons. They are known for their upright swimming posture, horse-like head shape, and ability to camouflage among seagrass and coral reefs. During courtship, seahorses perform an elegant dance. The male and female swim together, often changing color and wrapping their tails around seagrass. This bonding ritual may last for hours or even days. At the end of the courtship, the female transfers her eggs into a special broad pouch located on the male abdomen. Once the eggs are inside the pouch, the male fertilizes them and begins the pregnancy. Inside the pouch, the male seahorse provides oxygen and nutrients to the developing embryos. The pouch functions somewhat like a placenta in mammal, regulating salt level and protecting the egg. The pregnancy usually lasts between 2 and 4 weeks, depending on the species and water temperature. When the baby are ready to be born, the male seahorse undergoes muscular contraction and releases dozens or even hundreds of tiny seahorses into water. Each newborn is fully independent from the moment it emerges. Despite the male effort in carrying the egg, seahorse parents do not provide further care for the offspring. This unusual reproductive role reversed makes seahorse one of the most fascinating examples of parental adaptation in the animal world. 2. Emperor penguin, further that protect eggs in the Arctic winter. The emperor penguin live in one of the hardest environments on Earth, Antarctica. Temperature during winter can drop below -40 degrees Celsius, and winds may exceed 150 km per hour. Yet it is during brutal season that emperor penguins raise their young. After courtship and mating, the female lays a single egg. Instead of keeping the egg herself, she carefully transfers it onto the male fetus. The male penguin then covers the egg of a warm faux skin known as the blood pouch. This pouch protects the egg from freezing Arctic air. While the male incubates the egg, the female travels hundreds of kilometers across sea ice to reach open ocean where she can feed. For more than 2 months, the male emperor penguin stands motionless while protecting the egg. During this time, he cannot eat and must survive entirely on stored body fat. To survive the extreme cold, male penguins gather together in tightly packed group called huddles. By sharing body heat, the birds conserve energy and protect one another from freezing winds. When the chick finally hatches, the mother returns from the ocean with food stored in her stomach. She takes over caring for the chick while the exhausted father heads out to sea to feed. The emperor penguin's breeding cycle is a remarkable example of cooperation and parental sacrifice in the animal kingdom. 3. Kangaroo, baby that grow in the pouch. Kangaroos are among the most recognizable animals of Australia, famous for their powerful jumping legs and long tails, but their reproductive strategy is even more remarkable. Kangaroos are marsupial, a group of mammals that give birth to extremely undeveloped young. When a baby kangaroo, known as a joey, is born, it is incredibly small, about the size of a jelly bean. At this stage, it is blind, hairless, and not fully formed. Immediately after birth, The tiny joey crawls through the mother fur toward her perch. Guided by instinct and smell, it climbs into the pouch and attaches itself to one of the mother nipples. Inside the pouch, the joey continues to develop for several months. The mother's milk provides nutrients while the pouch offers warmth and protection. As the joey grows, it begins to peek outside the pouch. Eventually, it will leave the pouch for a short period but return if danger approaches. Remarkably, female kangaroos can have multiple joey at different stages of development simultaneously. One joey may be outside the pouch, another inside the pouch, and a third embryo waiting to develop. This reproductive strategy allows kangaroos to reproduce efficiently in an unpredictable environment. The pouch acts as a mobile nursery, ensuring that the young survive during their vulnerable early stage. 4. Surinam toad, baby that grows with the mother back. The Surinam toad, found in the South American rainforest, has one of the strangest parenting methods in the animal kingdom. During mating, the male fertilizes the egg while the female releases them into the water. Instead of leaving the egg in the water, something extraordinary happens. The egg becomes embedded in the skin of the female back. Over time, the skin grows around each egg, forming small protective pockets. Inside these pockets, the embryos develop safely. Weeks later, fully formed baby toads emerge from the mother back. Unlike many amphibians that pass through a tadpole stage, these young toads skip that stage and emerge as a miniature version of the adult. This unusual reproductive strategy provides protection for the developing young in an environment where eggs found otherwise be vulnerable to predators. The Surinam toads demonstrate how evolution can produce extraordinary solutions to reproductive challenges. 5. Mouth-breathing cichlid parent the carry egg in the mouth. In the freshwater lake of Africa live a group of fish known as the mouth-breathing cichlids. These fish display one of the most unique parenting strategies among aquatic animals. After the female lays her eggs, she carefully gathers them into her mouth. The egg remains protected inside the parent's mouth until they hatch. During this time, parents do not eat. Instead, it focuses entirely on protecting their developing young. Even after the egg hatch, the tiny fish may continue to hide inside the parent's mouth whenever danger appears. This protective behavior greatly increases the survival rate of the offspring. In some species, the female performs the mouth-breathing, while in other males take on the responsibility. This unusual strategy shows how parental care can evolve in many different forms across the animal kingdom. 6. Octopus, mothers that sacrifice their life. Octopuses are among the most intelligent invertebrates in the ocean, but their reproductive strategy is more remarkable and tragic. After mating, the female octopus searches for a safe place to lay her eggs. She attaches thousands of eggs into the ceiling of a rocky den. For the next several months, she guards the eggs constantly. She gently cleans them with her arm and blows water over them to provide oxygen. During this entire time, the mother rarely eats. Her sole focus is to protecting the developing embryos. When the egg finally hatch, the mother is usually exhausted and near death. Shortly after the young octopus emerge, the mother dies. This extreme parental sacrifice ensures that the egg remains protected throughout their development. The octopus reproductive cycle is one of the most dramatic examples of parental dedication in nature.